Here are today's top stories. The Department of Social Welfare and Development vows to continue supporting families affected by Typhoon Paolo until they can recover and return to their normal lives. The Department of Labor and Employment hails the increase in the employment rate last August as a sign of economic strength and resilience. The Filipino community in Papua New Guinea is reported safe after a magnitude 6.7 earthquake struck its second-largest city. U.S. President Donald Trump nominates diplomat and former businessman Lee Lipton as the next ambassador to the Philippines. This is the Pna Headlines. I am William Theo. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, assured that it will continue aiding families displaced by Typhoon Paolo. This as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Social Welfare Secretary Rex Gatchalian ordered round-the-clock relief operations in areas devastated by disasters. DSWD Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the department's support extends even to those who have already returned home as they rebuild and resume normal lives. Only 319 families are still staying in 24 evacuation centers across Ilocos Region, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, and the Cordillera Administrative Region, or CAR. To date, the DSWD field offices have provided 16 million pesos worth of humanitarian aid. Since October 3, when Paolo was still inside the Philippine area of responsibility, the agency has distributed over 24,000 family food packs, 112 boxes of ready-to-eat food and non-food items such as family, kitchen, sleeping, and hygiene kits, and family tents. Meanwhile, the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, or PCSO, has so far reached 21 localities in Masbate still recovering from the devastation of severe tropical storm Opong. Each local government unit received charity packs, essential items, as well as emergency lights and water containers to assist in rehabilitation and disaster response operations. The caravan, which departed Metro Manila on October 5, is done in partnership with the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority and the Light Rail Transit Authority. PCSO General Manager Melquiades Robles said the agency continues to show solidarity to Filipinos in need beyond first aid. Masbate Mayor Ara Co, meanwhile, thanked the PCSO for its assistance, particularly in providing a patient transport vehicle, or PTV, which will benefit especially those in coastal villages. The Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, hails the country's economic strength and resilience as proven by the 96.1% employment rate registered in August this year. Labor Secretary Bienvenido Laguesma noted that the latest data released by the Philippine Statistics Authority showed the labor market's impressive performance. He said the increase from August last year's 96% and last July's 94.7% highlights the country's strong job recovery and employment creation, as well as the rise in Filipinos participating in the labor market. At the same time, the unemployment rate of 3.9%, which dropped from July's 5.3%, proves the country's economic resiliency. Laguesma also pointed out the improvement in the quality of jobs, which provide Filipinos with substantial, more permanent, and decent employment. The labor chief also pledged to push for the implementation and scaling up of DOLE's pre-employment and internship programs through the special program for the employment of students, the government internship program, and Job Start Philippines. Meanwhile, Laguesma reported that DOLE and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has formalized a partnership to enhance the generation of reliable and timely insights on jobs and the economy. DOLE has also partnered with the Information Technology and Business Process Association of the Philippines to enhance youth employability and expand job opportunities within the growing IT and business process management sectors. In news overseas, the Filipino community in Papua New Guinea is reported to be safe after a magnitude 6.7 earthquake hit Lae City on October 7. In a statement, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, reported that no damage has been reported from the Filipino community in Papua New Guinea's second-largest city and its surrounding areas. The Philippine Embassy in Port Moresby also reported that the capital also experienced a magnitude 5 earthquake on the same day. The DFA is closely monitoring the situation in coordination with the embassy. About 36,000 Filipinos are currently living and working in Papua New Guinea. Meanwhile, the DFA said no Filipino national was among the hikers reported stranded during the blizzard on Mount Everest over the weekend. Rescue efforts were launched after nearly 1,000 people were left trapped following the heavy snow on the Tibetan slopes of Mount Everest. Local reports said at least one passed away. All hikers have been rescued and have arrived safely in Kudeng Township and nearby areas. In other news, United States President Donald Trump has nominated Lee Lipton, the interim permanent representative to the U.S. mission to the Organization of American States, as the next ambassador to the Philippines. The White House announced on Wednesday that the nomination has been formally sent to the U.S. Senate. If confirmed, Lipton will succeed U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines Mary Kay Carlson, who officially assumed office in the country on July 22, 2022. Lipton, who hails from Florida, manages interagency coordination to advance U.S. foreign policy priorities in the Western Hemisphere. According to his U.S. Department of State profile, he also supports efforts to counter malign influence, particularly from the Chinese Communist Party, within the inter-American system. Lipton brings over 25 years of private sector experience as a businessman to his diplomatic role. Moving on to our business news, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has renewed the legislative franchise of state-owned media network International Broadcasting Corporation, or IBC 13, for another 25 years. President Marcos Jr. signed on October 3 Republic Act 12311, which authorizes IBC 13 to construct, install, establish, operate, and maintain radio and television broadcasting stations anywhere in the country for commercial purposes and in the public interest. The law orders the grantee to secure the appropriate permits and licenses from the National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC. It also allows IBC 13 to open job opportunities and accept on-the-job trainees. In turn, the station must allot public service time equivalent to a maximum aggregate of 10% of paid commercials or advertisements for use of the executive and legislative branches, the judiciary, constitutional commissions, and international humanitarian organizations. And now some good news for lovers of Christmas ham. The Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, said prices of a particular ham brand may roll back this Christmas season. It has yet to identify the ham manufacturer, pending applications for price adjustments from other companies. On the sidelines of the Federation of Philippine Industries Business Summit in Makati City, Trade Secretary Cristina Roque said the DTI has been encouraging manufacturers to ensure that there would be no price increase for Noche Buena items. Roque stressed her call to at least keep prices steady to protect consumers. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the PNA headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. Stay with us for more news updates, and it is 77 days before Christmas. This Christmas, we're bringing home the bacon, and thanks to the price rollback, more of the ham. I am William Theo. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.